You're watching Where You Live. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. Joining me now here in a very rainy, cold Campbell River, but beautiful, is Dave Morris, who is the General Manager of Assets and Operations for the City of Campbell River, and of course, Mayor Andy Adams. So Dave, let's start with you. How long has this project taken?
The construction for this project is just a little over 4 months, and we've completed it early, and it was an aggressive schedule to try and get it open for additional fishing.
And why did this even come to be?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say this is perfect chum fishing weather. This is awesome with the rain and the fish flopping around. But Campbell River is the salmon capital of the world for both aquaculture and sport and recreation and commercial. And you know, it was way back when my first term on council under Mayor McDonnell that we did the boat ramp at the Discovery Harbour Marina with the Weewacum First Nation, which is a great protected marina. And then in my term as Rotary President in 99-2000, the Ken Ford boat ramp was done. And now in this term, this is the real central one for the mid-sized boats and just a real tremendous asset. But then the good thing about closing this one down this summer is that people realize that the Ken Ford boat ramp is actually in really good shape for the smaller boats like the Lunds and the Boston Whalers, which will take some pressure off of the other two larger boat launches. So what it means is that we've got the small, medium, and large, well-protected boat launches for the future.
Okay. Now, Dave, let's talk about the amount of cement that's here. This is extraordinary. Any idea how many truckloads?
I don't have that figure on me, but I can tell you the ramp is much wider than the previous ramp. It's much longer. We have floating docks, and there's increased height to the breakwater and increased depth to the water, so it's much more accessible. We've also increased the parking by about double here, so we anticipate it's going to be very heavily used.
And the other thing, Mary Ruth, is that we did go out and take a look at what other boat launches, whether it be Gold River or French Creek or Port Alberni, as to design and how it would work. We are unique here in that we're exposed to Discovery Passage and the southeasters, so we don't have quite the protection that some of those places do, but that was all with the redesigning of the groin and the breakwater to do the best that we could under the circumstances.
How big of an engineering job was this?
Significant, and it involved a number of parties. DFO had a large part to play because of the fisheries window. We needed to protect the habitat, so there was a lot of people involved, engineering firms, construction, and our own Capital Works department.
And from the time you start, like how long did the design itself take in all of those consultations before you even put a shovel in the ground?
In excess of a year. Yeah, it was a considerable amount of time. There was lots of discussion at the council table, and as you mentioned, the public consultations was a lengthy process, and all the regulatory approvals, probably close to 2 years.
Yeah, and with the negotiations with DFO, you never want to shut down a boat launch in peak fishing season, but that was the window that we were able to work with the environment and also the tides. But short-term pain for long-term gain.
And Dave, you've got a long list of notes in your hand. What is the most significant top 4 facts on there that you can share with us?
Well, for me, the top thing is providing this amenity to the community without taxation implications on the local taxpayer. So the federal gas tax funding, and which creates our Community Works Fund, external grants were tapped into. So this all happened without affecting the local taxpayer.
And the next one?
The increased access and parking. So there's 2 ramps here where we used to have 1. It's deeper, as I said, so you can get the bigger boats in here. The floating ramps make it much safer. Previously we had concrete abutments and it was quite unsafe. So that increased capacity, increased parking and safety, those are all big issues.
All right. Any final words?
Well, we're not done yet. This is phase 1 of this upgrade, and the design work is completed for the next section of upgrades for 19A, which will include all the beautification and underground wiring. But what we're doing is, so that we're not disrupting the traffic, we're combining the upland portion of this project with the road upgrade as to when all the equipment for sidewalks and curbs and gutters and upper parking lot and landscaping. So we're going to do that all at once, only disrupt things at that time. and that will be happening next year and the year after, right, Dave?
2020 for construction.
2020 for construction? Okay. So you'll give us lots of notice so we can talk about that.
It's well, and we've done the first two phases running through Willow Point was phase one,
Okay.
and then the next one was going up to Sims Creek lift station there, and now the design work is going to come from there right up to this location here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. This is fascinating, and it is, as boat launches go, it is beautiful.
And it's already being used.
It's already in the works, and a long time coming. And I really got to give credit to staff and all of the contractors that really did a great job in making it happen.
All right. Thanks so much. All right, you're watching Where You Live. Stay right where you are. There's more Campbell River news coming up right after this.